Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. It's Monday the 14th of June, and over the weekend the best news hit. It seems that the palace have had just enough with the nonsense that has been put out from California. We've all seen the leaked stories that Arch is enjoying his baby sister and that they're happy and content and blah blah blah. There's only one place, like I said in my previous video, that these could come from. Their friends seem to be going down the leaky ship route, left, right and centre. It's like the Titanic going down, isn't it? But it seems that the Queen is now absolutely fed up of, as she calls it, mistruths coming from California and has put her foot down. Now, we've all heard the mantra that the royal family live by, which is never complain, never explain. Well, that's gone by the wayside now, and the Daily Mail has been briefed that they will start to complain and they will start to explain. Apparently, Buckingham Palace are ditching its policy of never complain, never explain. An insider said the briefing war in LA has pushed the Queen over the edge. Allies of Harry and Meghan have been giving media continual updates. We've all seen it, haven't we? And now it seems that the Queen wants any inaccurate statements to be corrected publicly. We had an example of this when Harry said that he had asked permission and the Queen simply retorted back via the aides who briefed the BBC and said, nobody was asked, we were told. And I don't know if you agree with me, but being asked and being told are two very different things. And then it seems that the leaky ships from California started chirping about the Queen having a Zoom call with Harry and Meghan to introduce baby Lilibet. How wonderful, we all exclaimed. Well, some of us did. But that's not the case. Again, the Queen has hit back and said no such Zoom call was made. Is it finally time that the palace say enough is enough? You cannot start talking about us and telling porky pies. I do find it rather ironic that Harry and Meghan are the champion of champions for mistruths. They really are on a crusade against it. In fact, he's one of 15 members of the Commission on Information Disorder. In a statement on joining this commission, Harry said the experience of today's digital world has inundated us with an avalanche of misinformation, affecting our ability as individuals as well as societies to think clearly and truly understand the world we live in. He added, "It is my belief that this is a humanitarian issue, and as such, it demands a multi-stakeholder response from advocacy groups, members of the media, academic researchers, and both government and civil society leaders." So that's him taking a humongous role on addressing the avalanche of misinformation while putting out, or his sources are putting out, and you best believe that those sources don't talk without the authority or agreement of Meghan and Harry, of misinformation themselves. Yet they themselves have been kind of blamed for the same thing. The Queen, in no short of a week, has hit back at two such stories involving her, which she has said, no, that didn't happen. Apparently, according to the media, she has instructed courtiers, the Queen that is, to correct any statement which misrepresents her private conversation or those of other senior royals. Apparently, it comes because this is about whether or not what is being reported is an accurate version of what actually happened. Those are the courtier's words. In speaking about this alleged video call between Harry, Meghan the Queen and baby Lilibet, an insider denied that, saying that no video call had taken place. Friends of the Sussexes appear to have given misleading briefings to journalists about what the Queen has said, and that took the whole thing over the edge. The palace couldn't deny the story that this was a mistruth. And then, lo and behold, not just a few hours later, another puff piece seems to have been put out from Camp Sussex, in which they said that Harry and Meghan want to keep the peace with the royal family, but have no regrets about doing their bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey, it has been reported. So let me get this straight. You've been pushing and pushing and pushing against the royal family for the past 4 months, You've obliterated any bridges that were there and burnt them to the ground. Yet when the palace start to push back and start to write some truths that have already been told and that you have led the world to believe, you start to backpedal and go, oh, well, we just want to keep the peace. Doesn't work like that, does it? I'm afraid. The damage is done. You can't suddenly turn tail and go whimpering back going, oh, we're sorry, we just want peace. No, the damage is done. Let's see what happens, shall we? We know that this isn't going to be the last bit of information that gets fed to the media from Camp Sussex, because that's all really they've got to sell, isn't it? Their links towards the royal family. And ultimately without that, what are they? They're just two ex-royals, but by homing down and basically reminding everybody their links with not just royalty but the head of royalty, that they have this special bond with the Queen. What I can't get over is that, let's forget that she's the Queen for just one moment. They're doing this to a 95-year-old lady. I think it's atrocious, to be perfectly honest. I really, really do. That they have basically put all of this stuff out, and then it's almost like, oh, well, we love her, really. It's not really like that, though, is it, Harry and Meghan? You've behaved atrociously towards a 95-year-old woman. What I find intriguing is that this mantra of never complain and never explain has been shifted because of these two. This has always been the way of the royal family. Say nothing. Be quiet. Don't raise your head above the water. Just leave it. And because of their actions and their doings, they've had to completely turn the tables and thought, right, we've had enough now. No, we're not going to let you get away with it. And if you say mistruths and misinformation, we're going to bite back. And for one, I'm so happy about that. Because what you've got to understand is that Harry will know this mantra. He will know that the palace very rarely will rectify a story. He even said so, or she said so, in the Oprah interview. They were all hurt because the palace wouldn't rectify who made who cry and blah, blah, blah. But now it seems the palace are biting back. But ultimately, they've been allowed to get away with this nonsense because they knew that the palace wouldn't bite back. And they almost had free will to just roam and just do whatever they liked, say whatever they liked, because they knew that there would be no backbite until now. It's extremely intriguing, this complete 180 by the palace. That anything that they say that they feel misrepresents any of the senior royals will be retaliated on and the facts be put forward. Do you think that by Buckingham Palace saying this so publicly, it will make Harry and Meghan think about what they've been saying recently or allowing their friends to say? Do you think that they will change their ways? Do you think that this might make them look and stop and think about the damage that they're doing with the mistruths and the repercussions that could happen? Or do you think that they're just gonna, well, let's continue, we're making money, let's go for it? As far as Harry and Meghan are concerned, they've tapped in to this ability that they know that if they speak, the world will listen, be it good or bad. They know that any publicity is good publicity, in their mind anyway. Just, forget that they are tanking in popularity. The more that they say about this, the worse their popularity becomes, because they're just looking like whingers at the moment. Harry and Meghan have been allowed to run amok and be completely unchallenged, and anybody that challenges them are screamed at. You're a racist. You are a troll. You are the worst of the worst. I myself have had it this weekend. There was an article released. A journalist approached me. I didn't continue with the article because there was no upside to it. I saw exactly who the reporter was. I looked at her timeline on Twitter and I thought, you're not going to write a very balanced article, so therefore I'm not going to do it. Like I said, there was no upside to it for me. Well, she wrote the piece anyway. It's been a hell of a weekend, I'll give you that. But does it really matter? No, I know I'm hated by some camps. That's okay. I can live with that because they call me a hater. They call me a troll. They call me disgusting names. But I'm used to it. But what this reporter has failed to understand is that she's brought people to my door that may not have known about me. And for that, I thank her. She may be riding on my coattails for it, but hey, let her have a little trip, shall we? But to anybody that's new here, that's come over from that article. Hello, welcome to everybody that's been here since dot or joined me along the journey. Thank you very much. I'm still here, clinging on really, really hard, but I'm still here and I will continue until I get silenced, because I believe I will be silenced soon. Yankee got silenced. She got suspended from Twitter, and I am shocked that she got suspended, because the tweet that she got suspended for wasn't really that bad. But it seems that anybody who is voicing their negative opinion towards Harry and Meghan are literally just slapped with troll, disgusting, vile. It's not the case. I'm just trying to show the hypocrisy of the duo. I really, really am. But it does get to me. It really, really does. Enough of my whinging. I don't want to be like Harry and Meghan. Anyway, so the Queen has bitten back. She's fantastic. She has kind of taken the reins back, and hopefully she will now start briefing the media via her courtiers on what mistruths get put out by Camp Sussex. And I, for one, cannot wait. You know, they've been caught in some easily disprovable lies, to be perfectly honest. I have debunked quite a few of the Oprah Winfrey lies in this particular video. I've popped a link up in the right-hand corner. But my question to you is, with the palace standing firm now and biting back, do you think the level of puff pieces about the royal family from Camp Sussex will continue, or will they think again or think twice before they release this information, because they know that somebody is watching and somebody will dispute the information that they are releasing? I still don't get why the information about the Zoom call with the Queen being introduced to Lilibet was put out there if it didn't happen. Who put it out there? Who was the source that lied? Because the Queen said, well, it didn't happen. Who are you going to believe, Harry or the Queen? I know I'll believe it's the Queen. But then why hasn't Harry said, actually, no, it didn't happen? If he is such a champion of proving mistruths, you know, crusading for the right information being out there, why hasn't he put out a statement to say, no, that source was wrong? We haven't done that. Just shows you his hypocrisy, because he wants you to think that he's buddy-buddy with the Queen. But the Queen has said, no, it didn't happen. So why isn't Harry then actually speaking up, going, no, it didn't happen, that was wrong? Again, lies, 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 lies. Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts on this fabulous news that the Queen is hitting back against the Harkles. As always, let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.